Hey everyone, and thanks for jumping back into the Cryptoverse. Today, we're going to talk about Bitcoin, and we're going to be providing an update to the bull market support band. If you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and check out the sale on Into the Cryptoverse Premium at intothecryptoverse.com. That sale is ending in less than 24 hours, so make sure you check it out, lock in the low rate. You don't have much longer to do so. Pretty interesting day. You're probably wondering, why am I not talking about ETH Bitcoin? We just had a weekly close below 0.04. And the reason is because I actually don't have a lot of time to make a video right now. Some other stuff going on. So I'll try to do that tomorrow. But yes, ETH Bitcoin has finally reached the promised land of less than 0.04. So it has happened. Congratulations to everyone who stuck along for the journey. With that said, we'll talk more about that tomorrow. I just want to briefly put an update here. Bitcoin USD 58K, 58.7, still below the bull market support band. So, these have just been a series of lower highs here so far. And it's interesting because, every single lower high, it's like, all Twitter gets all worked up about it. And then they're sort of like, we're going to the moon, and then it ends up being a lower high. Look, at some point, hopefully, Bitcoin can break through this lower high, right? Again, if you look at market cycle ROI, there's no denying the fact that we're right where we always are at this point in the cycle, right? Absolutely, this is where we normally are at this point in the cycle. Counterpoint, ROI from cycle peak, we're still a little bit ahead. We're still a little bit ahead. So as far as I can tell, right? As far as I can tell, Bitcoin is is doing what it normally does, right? And I said before, what'll likely happen is it'll chop around up here until Bitcoin dominance goes to 60%. After Bitcoin dominance hits 60%, you could see Bitcoin suffer a little bit because of that liquidity that's been taken out from the altcoin market. And then basically the idea is it goes down until you get a sufficient pivot from the Federal Reserve. Okay, that's what basically it did last cycle, right? It topped out. It topped out when gold broke out. It topped out when USDT dominance hit this trend line. Which, by the way, I pointed it out again this time, and no one seemed to care. Once again, right? We back over here, trend line, Bitcoin drops. It was a pretty sizable drop every single time it hits this trend line. Bitcoin gets a pretty sizable drop. It hit it in March 2024. Pointed it out. Gold broke out in March 2024. We pointed it out, and it's easy because it seems like every single time people are like, well, no, this time's different, and then it ends up not being different, right? It's the same thing over and over and over again, and people wonder, it's like, how could they have missed it again? But it's like, guys, this is exactly what happened last time, right? Gold breaks out, Bitcoin USD, sorry, I'm drawing the wrong one here, but Bitcoin USD tops right as gold breaks out, right? That's where it hit sort of its mid-cycle top. Same thing happened this time. So you have to be careful because these things do seem to play out for those that want to look at them closely. And by the way, the other thing that happened that's almost complete, and I've talked about this a lot, is that Bitcoin dominance trend line, right? When it broke down from the fib retracement over here, or sorry, when it broke back up, Bitcoin USD topped out last cycle in the QT phase of the cycle. It topped out as Bitcoin dominance crossed the 0.5 fib extension, right? So when Bitcoin dominance right here crossed the 0.5 fib, that's when Bitcoin USD hit its top during QT. Bitcoin dominance continued to go up to the 0.618 as Bitcoin USD trended down. Same things happened this cycle, right? Same exact thing. You have, Bitcoin dominance fib, these fib extensions here. Bitcoin USD coincidentally hit its mid-cycle top right around the time that Bitcoin dominance passed through the 0.5 fib. And then it just keeps on going up. 60% is the target for Bitcoin dominance, and it always has been. And I've said before, right, if you're getting tired, if this market is wearing you out and you're like, if you have some Bitcoin and you're just wondering what to do, or you have some cash and you're wondering when to buy, this is what the market does, right? It gets this type of move, and then the rest of the market doesn't go anywhere because Bitcoin spends all this time washing out the altcoin market as Bitcoin dominance goes higher, because Bitcoin really hasn't moved that much with the exception of slightly lower highs. Someone tried to tell me this is just a sideways move. Guys, call it what it is, right? This is a bearish bias here, right? These are lower highs and lower lows, just like these were higher highs and higher lows. But the thing to point out here is that while Bitcoin USD has been trending down with it, it's been sort of sideways, but slightly down, right? Slightly down. Bitcoin dominance has basically just been going up the entire time, right? It's been going up while Bitcoin USD has been slightly going down. we outlined this scenario many times, in fact. So the 20-week SMA for Bitcoin right now is around 62.5. 21-week EMA is around 60K. So that's still going to be your main resistance levels. You also have other resistance levels like your 50-day and your 200-day SMA, which continue to provide some level of resistance whenever we seem to hit them. So keep looking at that. Again, I can't go on very long now because I do got to get going, but it's great to see the cycle is playing out how I've been talking about this year. It's been a slow process. There's been a lot of people that have really disagreed, but here we are. Here we are, and it seems like it's playing out. And I'll do a longer video on ETH Bitcoin tomorrow, right? Tomorrow, but general view is that it was always going to go below 0.04, and it bottoms out somewhere between 0.03 to 0.04. And here we are, finally below 0.04. If you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and again, check out the sale on ITC Premium at inthecryptoverse.com. That sale is going to end in less than 24 hours. See you guys next time. Bye.